Funding for Cause and Effect provided by the Chicago Community Trust.
Hi, I'm Terry Mazzani. The Chicago Community Trust is our region's community foundation founded 95 years ago. Our good work continues today because people like you care deeply about Chicago. Together, we change lives, strengthen families, and revitalize neighborhoods through the power of philanthropy. We at the Chicago Community Trust are honored to bring you Cause and Effect.
Hi, I'm Zoraida Sambalin, and welcome to Cause and Effect. Whether it's a local school, a unique cultural institution, or a national organization, it seems like just about everyone in Chicago has a favorite cause. Chicagoans are remarkable that way. We support our town and each other. Chicago is home to so many incredible parks that sometimes we take them for granted. That's where, believe it or not, Lollapalooza comes in. WXRT's Marty Leonard and Brenda Palm from the Parkways Foundation explain how 240,000 rock fans help beautify our city.
What I have always wished for is that when you go into a place as a guest, you leave that place enhanced and better than when you got there. So we go in, we leave money behind, and we leave it up to the Parkways Foundation, and they've built parks, they've refurbished fountains, they've planted flowers, and they've made people feel really, really great.
Well, here we are in Grant Park on the eve of Lollapalooza, when Grant Park here in the city of Chicago pretty much becomes the center of the rock universe. And I'm with Brenda Palm of Chicago Parkways Foundation. We're going to talk about Parkways Foundation, and we're going to do it even though Hot Chip is sound checking right behind us. Brenda, welcome.
Thank you. I mean, this is one of the best times to be here, right? You know,
it really is.
Seeing it all come together.
So tell us about the use of Grant Park and how this unique setting here on the lakefront and in the city is the site of such a great festival.
You know, it's such a perfect location. We're in Chicago's front yards. We don't have a better showcase of Chicago than, you know, this location right here. You know, but the really great story for Parkways Foundation, we're the nonprofit partner of the Chicago Park District, is that the money that comes from Lollapalooza goes directly into the neighborhoods. Over 10% goes back into parks all over the city to make our neighborhoods great.
Now, from your perspective, Brenda, being the executive director of Parkways, I'm sure that you look at parks with a lot of care.
Yeah.
Now, with 90,000 people plus coming into the park every day for the next 3 days, does that send a little shudder up your spine when you think about how many people will be here?
Well, you know, it doesn't. First of all, our partners feel strongly that it's their job to take care of the park. And they've done such a great job of, you know, leaving the park in the way or better than it was when they came here.
We're so fortunate. I mean, when I got to the Park District 7 years ago, Parkways was grossing about $400,000 a year. They're now grossing over $4 million a year. All that money is going to support parks, infrastructure, and programs throughout this great city.
All right, Chicago!
How much money has Lollapalooza given to the parks over the years?
Since 2005, Lollapalooza has generated over $5.5 million for Parkways Foundation, and we've invested those proceeds into everything from maintenance and the restoration of Buckingham Fountain to launching new programs for kids, which is such a big priority for us.
A lot of these projects that we're talking about, I would guess that most people would think they were funded by the city or by the state or by taxpayer dollars, but that's really not the case. It's through organizations like Chicago Parkways.
Well, public-private partnerships are so important because the city and the Chicago Park District can only do so much within their budgets. And what we really do is work on it as Parkways Foundation. We work on a daily basis with the Chicago Park District and dream with them. You know, all of these things that just wouldn't be possible within the limited Chicago Park District budgets.
Gallapalooza has been kicking off Lollapalooza now for 4 years. What a great event, you know, and it's really a nice kickoff to Lollapalooza.
Some of the folks who come here might not necessarily think about going to Lollapalooza, but they want to do something good for the city that really gives exposure to the partnership between Lollapalooza and Parkways Foundation. And Gallapalooza is the perfect benefit evening to kick all that off.